Revenge films.
I was raised by my stepmother. She married my dad when he was young, but then a few years after they got married, my dad passed away due to an illness. After that, it was just me and her, but it was clear she didn't care about me, and she had lots of boyfriends. She was seeing multiple guys at once, and she barely fed me. I was always hungry. And her boyfriends, most of them felt bad for me when they came over to the house. Some of them even fed me.
Here, eat this.
Thanks. If it wasn't for them, I would have probably starved to death. As a child, I didn't really understand why she was with a different guy every weekend. But I didn't really care. I was just happy to see them because those were the only people that fed me. But then as I got older, my stepmom started flirting with guys I was dating, and she actually managed to steal some of them away from me. I was really upset. After that, I didn't tell her about my private life. When I started high school, I moved out of the house and went to a school with a dormitory. I didn't want to be around her anymore. It was nice to be out of the house. I didn't have to see her anymore. A few years later, I got a scholarship and moved on to college. After college, I got my own place and started working. But I still didn't tell my stepmother where I lived, and I didn't call her once. Then a few years later, I met someone at work and we started dating. 2 years later, he proposed to me and I said yes. He was very handsome, and he was an entrepreneur. He was out of my league. I was so happy that he chose me. He asked me to introduce him to my parents, but I told him things were kind of complicated. I didn't even invite her to the wedding. We already lived together. I moved in with him about a year ago before he proposed to me. But since the place was getting a bit small for us, we decided to get a new place. He was the best husband ever. He helped me with housework all the time, and he cooked for me on the weekends. He was a pretty good cook. But then one day, something terrible happened. It was the weekend, and I was home with my husband. Then a doorbell rang. I checked the door monitor, and it was my stepmom. What is she doing here? I was sick and tired of her, so I didn't tell her my new address. I didn't know what to do. Then my husband asked me who it was. I didn't know what to tell him, but I didn't want to lie to him, so I told him it was my stepmom.
Oh, that's great! Let her in!
Then he opened the door. I tried to stop him, but it was too late. Then she came running into me, hugged me, saying that she missed me.
Hello, I'm Roger. I'm her husband. It's so good to see you.
She was amazed to see how handsome he was. He's gorgeous! Why didn't you tell me anything?
Come on in.
Oh, Roger, you're so kind. And this place is amazing. They started talking. I went to the kitchen to make some tea. I had a bad feeling about this. She didn't come here just to see me, that's for sure. She was here for some reason, but what? Then, when I brought the tea to the table, she started crying. I got nowhere to go. I don't know what to do.
What's the matter? Is everything okay?
This guy, he tricked me and stole all my money. I got no money left. I can't even pay rent anymore. Then I got kicked out of my apartment.
How awful. I'm so sorry to hear that.
I didn't know what to do, so that's why I came here. I had nowhere else to go. She's the only family I got, so... Family? Seriously? She did nothing for me. She's so full of crap, but my husband seemed to believe her. So hey, will you come live with me?
That's a great idea. Wait, I got a better idea. Why don't you just move in with us? You can stay here for as long as you like.
Really? Hold on. No. We're newlyweds. She can't live here. I'll get you an apartment, but you're not staying here. What? Why? You don't like me or something?
Yeah, come on. Don't be like that. This is your mother we're talking about.
My husband was on her side. I tried telling him that this was a bad idea, but he didn't listen. I tried to stop it, but there was nothing I could do. I had a bad feeling about this. Then, my stepmom started flirting with him right away. Just as I thought. She was an old woman now, but she didn't seem to care. It was hard to watch. I tried talking to my husband about it. I want her out of here.
But she's your mom.
She's my stepmom. She's not my real mom. I tried explaining things to him, but he always cited her for some reason. I was starting to lose him. Then 3 months later, my stepmom got pregnant. What the? No way! Who's the father? Did she get a new boyfriend or something? It was impossible, but I didn't even know anymore. But then, a few days later, I made a shocking discovery. I couldn't believe my eyes. I woke up in the middle of the night, but my husband was gone. I started looking around the house for him, but Then as I walked down the hallway, I heard my mom's voice coming from her own room. Slowly, I opened the door, and she was with my husband. They were going at it like wild animals. Then my husband saw me standing there at the front door. He stopped immediately, apologized, and looked away. But my stepmom, she looked over at me and said, "I guess he likes me more." She started laughing at me. I didn't want to be around them for another second, so I got my stuff and ran out of the house. So the baby was my husband's. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what to do anymore. I felt like throwing up. I didn't feel like doing anything after that. When my husband told me that he wanted a divorce, I signed the papers without thinking. He paid me for damages, but I didn't even care. I just wanted to get away from them. I still couldn't believe my husband slept with my stepmom. It was disgusting. Then 5 years later, my ex-husband texted me.
How have you been?
What do you want? I got nothing to say to you.
Wait, hold on. Listen. My wife, she was in an accident.
Okay, so what?
What do you mean? She's your mom. She's paralyzed from the waist down. I can't take care of her on my own. And our kid is still young. We need your help. Please. Come on. We're family.
Ugh, you've got to be kidding me. Hell no. I'm not your family, and she's nothing to me. I cut ties with her a long time ago. This is your problem, not mine.
Fine. How about this then? Let's get married. I'll take you back. I bet you miss me.
Are you joking me? No way. I'm already married and I got 2 kids. I don't know what I saw in you in the first place. I did the right thing leaving you. Anyways, if you can't take care of her, just put her in a home or something.
But the thing is, she stole money from our company and we kinda went out of business. I got no money left.
Sucks for you, but this isn't my problem. You did this to yourself. Have fun being miserable.
No, wait, please!
I hung up the phone before he could say anything. 5 years ago, he betrayed me. I thought my life was over, but I didn't expect things to turn around like this. Things were looking pretty bad for them, but I couldn't care less. Those people didn't mean anything to me anymore. I heard from my friend that my ex-husband's kid started living with her grandparents. I'm sure she's better off. She's a victim in all this too, so I hope things work out for her. I heard they were miserable now. They lost everything. And that kind of made me feel good. After what they did to me, they deserve it if you ask me. Have fun being miserable.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.